Hello, this is Latoya of Infinite Nature, and I'm showing you how to make raw vegan sweet potato fries. Right here, my husband has already pre-cut the sweet potatoes into fry form, and what this recipe entails is something that I've used before from online. It's pretty much is 3 large sweet potatoes, a half a cup of namashoyu, and a half a cup of olive oil. But you can see here I'm using liquid aminos instead of namashoyu, which is pretty much like an alternative soy sauce. And also olive oil. It's the Whole Foods brand. The namashoyu pretty much gives it that more salt, that salty content. So that's what the liquid aminos do. It gives it more a little flavor, and it's a healthy alternative pretty much. And here I'm going to pretty much be measuring out the half a cup of liquid aminos, and I'm be pouring it into that plastic bag. And I'm also going to be putting the sweet potato fries in there and also the olive oil. So that's me showing the liquid aminos, and I'm about to put it in the bag. Now, I didn't realize this bag had a hole in it, because we recycle our bags, we reuse our bags, but it had a hole in it. But it is what it is. So you may see some things spilling out a little bit or whatever. But that's me putting the olive oil. It's a half a cup of olive oil, and you can find this recipe online, and I'll make sure to put in the link to where I got the recipe from on here. So I'm about to put this in the bag. And then, of course, we can't have this recipe without the sweet potato fries. Now, I don't think that we used the whole 3 sweet potatoes, but this was more than enough for us, honestly. We really didn't need all of that. And this was a lot of seasoning, believe it or not. Just this alone, like, it had a lot of flavor in it. So just, you can tweak it and change it. Do whatever you want. That's what I normally do when it comes to recipes, is sometimes change the ingredients a little bit, switch it up to your liking. So pretty much what I'm doing here is that I'm shaking it up. I'm about to shake it up. Shaking it up. This is where I found out that it was leaking, or whatever the case may be. Sometimes that happens. You know, unexpected things happen when you're preparing foods. But I wasn't going to stop there, so I just kept, shaking it up or whatever the best way I could without making too much of a mess. And what I decided to do was to go ahead and get a plate and just put the plate under the plastic bag, and it's going to marinate overnight. So that's pretty much what I'm doing right here. Is I'm putting it in the refrigerator, and it's going to stay in there overnight, so it can be nice and seasoned, which is great. Alright, now it's the following day, and it has been nicely marinated, so it should be full of flavor. And I'm about to drain it, drain the juices that are left over. Because that's not needed. We don't want to make a huge mess when we put it in the dehydrator. And here it's been drained out, so we're left with the fully marinated sweet potato fries, and it tastes so good. It tastes so good. So we're prepping it. We're about to prep it for the actual dehydrator. So here I got my parchment paper and my dehydrator tray sheets, and I'm about to put all of the fries on 2 trays. We have a Excalibur, a 5-tray dehydrator, and for this recipe we do temporarily put it in there for like 145 degrees. However, I know that might be a debate. Some people may say, oh, that's not really raw vegan or whatever, because you put it on high for 30 minutes and then you put it back down for 115 degrees, which is still debatable. Some people say 115 degrees, 117 degrees is still considered raw. But you know, for us, we are at least 95%, 90 to 95% raw, because you know, certain ingredients like nama shoyu is not technically raw if we were using nama shoyu. So you know, we do pretty much as much raw as we can depending on circumstances. But here we have the fries and it's spread out on the sheet, and here is a better view of what it looks like. Just real simple. And I don't show it here, but I actually put sea salt, sprinkle some sea salt on it. You know, you didn't really need it, honestly. Next time I probably won't even put sea salt on it, but the ingredients say you can sprinkle some on here before we pop it in the dehydrator or whatnot. So yeah, so that's what it looks like in our Excalibur 5-tray dehydrator. I really love this dehydrator. We went 2 years without like a lot of high tech, you know, not high tech, but you know, a lot of the stuff that makes it more fun to eat raw vegans at times, you know. So it makes me really appreciate having stuff like the dehydrator or Vitamix. You know, we went 2 years really doing the basics and working with what we had or whatnot. And now I'm starting on the raw vegan ketchup recipe that I got from the Live Raw by Mimi Kirk. I really love this recipe book. It's full of raw vegan recipes that I have shown also on my Instagram page. If you look at that, I make a lot of dishes. And here we have the cashews. I only needed 2 tablespoons of this. I don't know why I had so much, but I'm going to use it for another recipe. I also have sun-dried tomatoes and also some dates to give it a little sweet taste. And I also have an extra sun-dried tomatoes for a different recipe that didn't need to be out. I thought I was going to do 2 in 1, but I didn't. And then also I have here the finished product of the sweet potato fries. Came out really good. I actually let it stay in a little longer, just so that it, you know, it can still have some warmth to it when we actually ate it. So yeah. And here the recipe also has, I forgot, also fresh tomatoes. So we have the fresh tomatoes, cashews, dates, and also the sun-dried tomatoes. I love sun-dried tomatoes. I realize that we use a lot of tomato-based stuff. But I'm about to prepare it for the Vitamix. So here I have the Vitamix. It's a great investment if you are looking to do a lot of raw or fresh live foods. So I'm putting it all in there, and I believe there was a certain way I was supposed to put it in there based upon the instructions, but you know, you don't always have to go exactly by the instructions. And there I go again, putting 2 tablespoons. I didn't have to use as much. I don't know why I did that, but yeah, I'm gonna use it for something else anyway. But I'm about to blend it up. High speed blender is always best, but if you don't have one, it's okay. Just work with what you got. It's not a big deal at all. But oh yes, there's also some other ingredients that I forgot to mention. We also have olive oil. So I'm about to put like I believe like 1.5. It looked like 2, but I was really supposed to do 1. Oh, actually 3. My bad. Whatever. So it's actually 3 tablespoons of olive oil in there, and I believe it had garlic in it. See, and also apple cider vinegar in there. So I'm getting all of that prepped up and ready to go, because I believe, you know what, I'm gonna be real with you, I forgot about it. It's the pregnancy. Apple cider vinegar. So you're gonna notice that's gonna be used in a lot of the vegan dishes, raw vegan dishes that are gourmet. So we don't do gourmet all the time in our house. But here is the mixture in the Vitamix. Here's the mixture, and we're about to get it started. So here it is with the apple cider vinegar. Once again, and I have my garlic. I chopped it up because I didn't prepare that part. That's what happens sometimes. And then I'm getting it ready. Now I believe I'm really ready this time. Oh, once again, I'm almost ready. I put the water in there. It's like 1 cup of water. I do remember that. 1 cup of water. And we use like regular spring water. I like getting that water. You can get that from like the dollar store. You can get that from Kroger for like 89 cents. So now we're blending it up. Blending it up so that it has no lumps, no nothing in there. That's why I love the high-speed blender. But like I said, don't let that stop you if you don't have one, because we at one point in time didn't have a Vitamix, we didn't have a dehydrator, we didn't have all that other stuff. And there's still a lot of things that I desire to get, like a food processor and just a lot of other things on my list that I would love for my kitchen. But you know, everything is in process. Everything is a process. But here I'm just trying to make sure that it's blended up really good, because sometimes, especially when you use like nut recipes, you can still have little lumps in it if you're not careful, if you don't really allow it to blend up really good. It can be like that. So I'm about to prepare for it to get out. And we're doing a quick taste test. My husband and I can't see it, but we are. And we both liked it. So that is great. That is good. And you see my thumbs up, so that's good. Yes. All right. So now here is the final. This is the dinner that I had, which was the leftovers that I had previously. The protein packed salad with sweet potato fries and ketchup on the side. A filling dish. So yeah. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Stay tuned for more recipes coming to Infinite Nature channel. Have a great day.